Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay, and Mike's wearing a baseball cap. He looks like, dude, you look like this.
Fucking weird.
Daddy, won't you let me go to ballet class? Teacher says I'm natural.
So guys, what we're
Fresh cookies.
baseball stuff.
So Rotten Tomatoes of Rotten. We're gonna talk about
Squishy.
the reaction squishy reviews that came out for Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
Some good, some bad, some in the middle, but we're talking about it with you, Jimmy Eat World. So here we go. Let's talk about the first one.
It's screened at TIFF.
TIFF.
Screened at TIFF in Toronto,
Fresh to death.
meaning the good land. And the reactions are mostly fucking great. But let's go through. Number one, we've got Lauren Bradshaw from Culture Club. She says, when Michael Myers returns this Halloween, Laurie Strode will no longer be the victim. She is the reckoning.
Sounds like a great video game.
Her original score was an A, and that's what a lot of people have been excited about for this, is that Laurie Strode like takes control and is a badass and says, fuck you, Michael, I'm not going to jail for you or anybody.
I can go out on Saturday night like that.
I missed it. Just a
It's
second.
alright, fine.
Fuck! Barry Hertz from Globe and Mail, Fashionable Mail, says, he gives a positive review as well. The result is almost the platonic ideal of a slasher reboot. It's fierce, it's lean, it's mean, and it has at least 3 fist-pumping hell yeah moments.
Wait a minute, are you sure he's talking about Halloween, Mike, or is he talking about steaks that are done by Trump? It's lean, it's mean, and it has a fierce taste of fucking culture.
Steaks?
Yeah, he has
Like
steaks.
the meat?
Yeah, he has steaks.
Is he a meat eater?
I don't know.
Is he a big,
I know.
Is he a big steak
I
guy?
know he's a big guy into toupees.
It's a weird thing that he says here, because at least 3 moments of fist pumping hell yeah moments. That just goes to show you, like we've talked about before, horror and slashers are almost the new superhero movies. You know,
Yeah.
like the people get so excited and there's these fandom fueled moments, and that apparently this has a lot of those.
Let me read one.
At least 3. Go,
Okay.
Jay.
So
Go.
I'm
Read it.
gonna butcher this name,
Read it.
but Jonita Davis from the Black Girl Nerds. As Halloween begins to play out on screen, it quickly becomes obvious that this story was not about Myers and Strode. It was much more important looking. She says it was a much more important look at how surviving isn't living, and trauma can poison a family for several generations. All she's fucking talking about is divorce from a fucking slut on Snake Mountain.
That's your life, Jay.
Oh shit, I went into a weird place. But you know what? I kind of like that idea. I like how the fact that, yeah, in a way, looking at what we saw in the trailer, and if you're gonna break it down in that way, yeah, it could be a lot, you know, it was in H2O. Laurie was dealing with this aftermath of being stalked and pursued by this crazy mass serial killer, and how over the generations it's kind of poisoned her relationships around her, kind of made her a basket case, kind of ostracized from the community, and made her daughter kind of wary of her, and like nobody really wants you around. Fucking Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode. And I could see how that could play out on screen. Like she's, you know, even what's his name? Who's the sheriff?
John Stamos.
John Stamos from Full House. Even
Patton.
Uncle Jesse can't solve this. Will Patton, you know, when he's like, why the hell would you do that? In the way that he's even talking to her in that one specific scene, and she's like, because I could kill him. It seems like even he is hesitant about her. And he's like, I'm your friend, but you're fucking crazy, and you've done this to yourself.
She's like the lunch lady, like slapping Joe.
Yeah, Dr. Phil is basically Will Patton saying, I want you to know you don't matter.
Let's grab a negative one here real quick.
Okay, let's grab it and put it back.
Ooh, got it, need him, got him. Joseph Falcone from We Got This Covered gives a rotten review for it. His original score is a 5 out of 10, still in the middle. He says, while it doesn't do much to elevate the genre, Halloween does tick each and every box, which should be more than enough to appease your run-of-the-mill fanboy, but scare off anyone with half a brain. Damn, dog, I didn't know you like to get wet.
He got wet deep down in the fucking dark in the clink clink.
I mean, how brainy do you need it to be? It's a fucking slasher.
Well, maybe, I don't know, because there have been hit movies like Hereditary that came out, and maybe they were thinking like it's going to be more of a, you know, psychological kind of thrill or shock or something.
Talking about Michael.
Going with the one from the Black Girl Nerds, the review, you know, her little stand on it was like, you know, trauma and poisoning of a family for generations to come. Maybe that's what he was thinking going in, that it was going to be more of a psychological thriller rather than just up in your face. But I still think it's going to be psychological at the same time, and it's going to have the thrills there. But look, the thing about this movie, overall, and I get what he's saying, it's just not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But knowing that, going in thinking it's going to be something more than what it is presenting itself to be is kind of fucking ridiculous. But at the end of the day, and it's going to be hard enough to pass Michael Myers off as this creature of fierce terror for people, because it's like Batman. I mean, he's iconic. It's not going to be something that, oh my god, I'm scared, Michael Myers is coming. They're like, oh my god, kill them bitches.
Another interesting thing here too is that he uses the word fanboy even when he's talking positively about the movie. Fanboy's never used in a positive term unless you're talking about yourself.
So you're saying is insulting fans.
No, what I'm saying is like he was at the screening. Everybody who saw this was at the TIFF screening, and people went crazy for it and batshit magoo for it, which is what I hope everyone in every theater does. But I think what happened there is everybody was going crazy and hooted and hollered and fucking psyched about it. He didn't like the movie, so I feel like that ticked him off a little bit even further. Just whenever you see someone use the word fanboy and they're talking negatively about something, they don't mean it in a good condensation.
Well, let me read one. Here's a negative, and this is going back exactly what I just said 5 seconds. It's just not scary, by Brian Tallarico from RogerEbert.com. He says it's just not that scary, and that's one thing that you can never say about the original. That's true, and I will say that, but I don't know, I've never seen the movie. However, the original was different because nobody had seen it before, and it was scary, it was unique, and that whole idea of a mass serial killer from a supposed nice upbringing just snapping for no reason and killing babysitters was fucking unique and scary in the day. But again, Michael Myers has risen to such an iconic level over the years, and people love him so much. It's hard to make that thing like ultimately super scary. Like, it's just not gonna happen. They could pull out every trick they got. They could fucking wish on Aladdin's magic lamp, and they're still not gonna get it as far as an Exorcist level scary. However, saying that, you can still make the entire movie thriller-esque, and I think that is what they were going for, because I think that Danny McBride and writers and crew knew going in that he was like, we want to make Michael Myers scary again. I think what they were saying was like, I know that people are going to love to see Michael Myers on screen, and that when he does pop on screen, people are going to, some people are going to cheer, some people are like, holy fucking faint, but leading up to that, like the apprehension levels, building tension, atmosphere, all that good stuff that made the original so unique is what they were trying to get to, and I think they've done that based on the trailer. I think they've done that, and I think that overall people agree with that. So.
And look, I mean, what we've seen from a lot of people coming out is they're saying this movie's fucking scary. Michael's scary again. So there is some people on the other side of that, but I think you're right. I think this guy went into it thinking it was going to be a shocking scary.
Right.
When, like you said, Michael Myers, we know what he looks like. It's going to be really hard to scare people that way, and I think some people who know what they're going in for were surprised at the level of scares, and he was disappointed with it. And again, we've not seen the movie. These are all guesses on our part. This is just what we're going off what we feel.
Some of us just don't like double quarter pounders with cheese.
We can't really judge these people's comments. We're just giving you guys our natural reaction to them. So let's go scroll down to another positive one. Let's go with Elena Lazik from Sci-Fi Now. Green's Halloween isn't a derivative sequel. The new film also brilliantly and earnestly adopts the visual language of Carpenter's creation.
That's awesome to hear. That's a great reflection.
You see that in the trailers, the great camera work going on. Yep. It's something, and that's the thing. I think what a lot of fans want is for this just to be taken seriously, for it to be well made, for them not to do anything crazy to fuck it up. I don't want to say Force Awakens it, but in a way, Force Awakens it. Make it legit.
I thought you were going to say
it. Make it a filmmaker's movie, which if you look at the shots and the way that they've done things, when you bring in the trauma effect and the deepness to it, this isn't an 80s slasher popcorn money grab.
Right.
They're trying to make a really good, serious movie, and that's what I think the biggest fans of Halloween really wanted in all this.
Piggybacking off what you're saying about Star Wars, I think that's exactly right. I think that's what John Carpenter was hesitant about letting anybody touch his shit again. Or, I know he doesn't really have control over that, but he was hesitant about even being a part of anything to do with Michael Myers again, unless it was something special, unless it really got his cockles in the region that it needed to be in.
I love it when those cockles get in that region.
Right in the freezer. But anyway, once that happened, and he saw what they were working with and what they wanted and their vision and all the stuff that was coming together, he was impressed enough to be like, you know what, I want to attach my name to that. I want to be a part of this because I think it's a resurgence. And to the negative reviews, I just want to say, this is not going to go the way you think.
This one looks especially heinous.
I'm going to read this one.
You don't know which one I'm
Yeah, I do. Sarah Kerchak.
Nope.
This is a negative review. It's decent, It has its moments. It's enjoyable enough as supplementary material. It's arguably better than some of the other attempts to capitalize on the success of the original 78 John Carpenter classic. It's just not quite a good a film itself. She gave it a C+.
And again, most of these negative reviews are still in the middle.
That's not that bad. Like, Jimmy Eat World will be proud of you, what you just said. But, we're halfway there. We're living on a prayer. Like, she's not dousing it. She's not saying it's shitty overall. She's just saying, like, it's better than... like Halloween 5, it's better than Halloween 8, it's better than Halloween, I'm not going to say anything else because I think those are the only 2 really shitty ones that they ever did, but other than that, no.
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombies, yes, okay, other than Rob, I forgot about that Flea Tick 4.
Almost every single negative review is still, like, it's given a rotten score, but they're right in the middle,
Right.
Let's go to a positive one now. E. Oliver Whitney from Screen Crush says, it may not be as scary, as expertly crafted, or as inspired as the 78 original, which you can't expect it to be, but it's a total blast that hits the spot.
There we go.
I like it, man.
I like when my spots hit.
You appreciate the goodness of, you like the taste of the goods.
You take the G-spot home.
Read that one, Jay.
Okay. Oh, fucking whore. I can't. Okay, so this guy, I'm sorry, man. I don't know you, but your name is Jim Vejavoda.
Vejvoda.
Vejavoda.
Vevoda.
Go to...
Vevoda.
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 Go to Myers and get some Vevoda dip. IGN Movies.
Spicy.
Oh, God. I love them habaneros. He says, while no entry in the franchise has surpassed the original film, yes, some would argue, never mind. This Halloween sequel is truly a cut above the rest and a great piece of horror entertainment even for those unfamiliar with the series. And that is very promising him for said because I know that all of us fans, all of us fanboys, as others would call us, or girls, we're going to be politically correct here, would say that it's only for us and that we would only get all the, inside scoop and only really enjoy it even if it was shitty. But the fact that he says even people that didn't even really know the series except for the first one or didn't follow it over the years, they're going to get a kick out of it and they're going to have a blasty blast watching it. That's encouraging and I like that. Because the main thing about the Halloween series is, or any slasher film from the 80s like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or Child's Play or Hellraiser, is that you got to make a movie that's able to bring in new blood in a sense. You got to keep that shit going. That train keeps it coming. You got to keep that thing going
down the bend.
Yeah, I killed a man down in Reno.
I've got no friends.
I like to watch him bleed. I don't know how the rest of it goes, but
Daddy can't get that tractor out of the mud.
Daddy, I can do it. Because even if you went and seen it as a casual fan with a hardcore fan, the hardcore fan is going to obviously get a little bit more out of it, but as a casual fan, you're going to be like, dude, that's fucking great. That's awesome. I can't believe he sliced that guy's face off and then put it around his wiener and walked around like Alice Cooper singing a song.
That was the best. Andrew Todd from Polygon says, Curtis, 40 years on return to the role is no cash-in. She gives an emotionally raw performance that makes Laurie the heart of the film. When they said she was on board and she was hired and she was doing it, I knew officially at that moment 2 things. 1, we're getting a Halloween film. It's actually going to happen. And 2, they're going to take it seriously and it's going to be taken seriously because it has a name of her caliber on board. And I think that's all paying out right now.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, look, guys, there's no way that you can hype this movie up to be any more spectacular than it's going to be. I think that all the positive reviews coming out, the great trailers they're doing, the promotion that they're working on, the way they've kept a lot of it secret, and they're waiting and they're biding their time to give a great, awesome final package to the fans that we've all been waiting for all these years is sensational that we live in a time where that's gonna fucking happen. And I did say sensational, spectacular, fuck yeah, fantastical.
Put it up the butt!
Right there with a pink dildo.
Ooh!
Or whatever you're into, a purple one.
So when this movie premieres at TIFF, it's not one of those movies where you're just getting Halloween fans watching it and reviewing it. You're not just getting horror fans watching it and reviewing it. You get people, and I'm not saying all these people or specific ones or anything like that, but certain people are going here because it's their job. They're being sent there because it's a big movie and they need this review to come out. And even those people, even the negative reviews, they aren't bashing it completely. They're even saying, look, it's not as good as the original. Maybe it's not scary. Maybe I didn't like it. But even those people are giving it credit for it being a movie and a decent movie at that. I think we're in for something special. Whereas they feel it's just a decent movie, us Halloween fans might go in there and have our fucking panties snatched off.
So at the end of the day, watch out for your panties. I will say I cannot wait to see Jason Voorhees return to the big screen October 18th and take down Freddy Krueger for the last time, and Michael Myers showing up and refereeing it. It's going to be so good. And the Shamrock Boys, along with the Hellraiser Merchant configuration, is going to be there. Everything's going to be wonderful. Everything's going to come together in a cinematic universe that we've all been waiting for, that will make the Infinity War look like a garage basement band.
I loved it when Michael Myers said the classic line, "You're all my children now."
That's the best line of all time.
Comment down below, let us know your all's thoughts. Are you fucking jacked to the tits? We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in ya.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.